everyone, Ivy Gaming here, and today we're playing Watcher of Realms. For today's video, we're going to talk about summoning. Should you summon this weekend? So we have all the events on Friday. This is a pretty typical Friday of everything, except a 1+1, right? We have a generic Ancients, which is good if you're wanting old heroes and have an equal chance to get them. Like, especially with knowing that they've reduced the odds to get Ardea. This is actually the better chance to get her over any other because a 10 times is only going to suppress them even more. And you should only pull on a 10 times banner for specific heroes if you really want those heroes. Otherwise, you should always pull on these ancient summoning banners if there's something special that you want. So I'm just going to quickly talk about Ancients first because that's the, I want to say, less complicated answer, but still a little bit complicated. So Ancient Summoning is, there's a lot of heroes you can only get through Ancient Summoning, right? And we know there's some more new ones to come, but we don't know for sure when they're coming, right? Like Valderon, the new Chaotic Lord who looks amazing. Valderon on Valentine's Day? Maybe. We don't know. I haven't heard anyone talk about the ancient summoning banners for Valentine's Day yet. If it has been put out there, I must have missed it. But I don't think those are clear, if there are any for sure. I don't know. But there is a holiday literally right around the corner, 1 week away. So with a holiday in mind, I think waiting on your ancients till next week is worth it. Honestly, unless you're just really, really bent on getting your best chances for someone like Ardea or Praetus or Elder or like people that are not going to come on a 10 times anytime soon, right? I think that's kind of the thought process. And you're willing to not worry about the new people coming, but you want really, really, really want what's already there, which I do. I really want what's already there, but I'm curious. I feel like we know they're going to be tempting us with the whole lust and arrogance thing. We have Salazar and Kaneza this week. I'm pretty sure Silas and Vierna are going to be next weekend with arrogance and lust. So I kind of feel like they're really going to push us because it's logical, because this is a gacha game after all. I really think they are going to push us and give us a really good ancient summoning event. So I think it's kind of worth waiting. It's not like you have to be in any rush to pull your ancients. You just stock up more and you have more for next time. But I think this is the time to not pull. And honestly, overall, when it comes to all the banners, I think this is the time to just not pull. It's a trap. Overall, most people should not pull this weekend. Nothing at all. Save them for next week. We already know. We already know it's coming. And especially with the Silas and Vierna skins coming as well, kind of think they are really going to do that banner on top of the lust and arrogance. So if people really want those heroes, you're really going to have to go all out or decide which thing to do. But Salazar and Kaneza, though with a very nice little banner here and a Sunday AI is really cool. They're interesting. I would say Salazar is no longer the meta, so to speak, for Guild Boss. And I kind of think he's a trap now. Not that he's not good, and not that he can't still be part of easy 1-key 500k blood drop teams. Sure, he absolutely can be. But if you go look in the rankings, you're going to see him less and less and less, especially when Lust comes out. I mean, maybe you might actually see him more because we'll bring back the Nightmare Lords. Like if you're going Infernal Piercer, you might go back to Infernal Nightmare for a team, and maybe he makes that team if you have limited options. But at the end of the day, with Lust and Arrogance, if you're able especially to get some awakenings for Arrogance, he becomes a lot better for Guild Boss, plus the Bond pair, plus Lust is amazing for Guild Boss. And I feel like this is kind of a trap of like the OG Guild Boss King is no longer the king, probably. Let's be honest. And I just think it's kind of a trap banner. We want the Bond pairs, but do you really want Kaneza? I don't. Oh wait, I already have her. but I wasn't excited to get her. And she makes the Salazar better. That's what's good, right? Not really. It just gives him some like HP recovery, which you don't really need in Guild Boss anyway. So not the best bond pair for where we need Salazar the most. But is Salazar still a top tier hero? Yes, absolutely, obviously. But he is being power crept, and that needs to be, you know, made aware. Don't just be like, oh, Salazar, I know he's always been good for Guild Boss. I'll go get him. No, we know Lust and Arrogance are coming. We know that there are new metas involved for Guild Boss already with Northerners, even. If you get lucky and you get Ardea and Elder, you can make a dang Northern focus team. We know there's the Piercers have been getting so good. If you get dupes for Hex, Hex and Silas with a freaking Aracha is just amazing for Guild Boss. They do better than my Zilla2. So I just think this is a trap. So who should summon? Who should summon is the real question, right? I think people that just started your account this week should summon. That's about it. If you're a brand new player and you have nothing to play with, literally, you don't want to wait until Valentine's Day or the 16th to start playing, right? Like, that sounds silly. So you kind of should pull at least enough to get your account rolling. And when it comes to a brand new account, if you haven't pulled like 60 pulls yet, there is a soft pity hidden guarantee for a legendary within 60 pulls. So if you're brand new and you can get a Salazar early, it is going to be amazing. It really is. He's a great fighter and content. And he will carry your Guild Boss team for a really long time. So if you have the chance to pull on this 10 times banner as a brand new account, and you can get the, even more so, the epics. Nisande is a great healer, and she can be used in a lot of content. And AI is a really cool, really interesting mage that people finally have appreciated after a long time of us ignoring her. Getting those heroes can really help a brand new account. So brand new accounts within your first week, or those playing very slowly, probably could benefit from pulling this week, because you're not going to have enough summons to guarantee a Lust anyway. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try to pull for her. I still think it's a good idea next week. Even if you have 250 or not, you could still pull her early because it will be a 10 times banner. But at the end of the day, I mean, you could get her early, and unless you're a big spender, you can't really guarantee it though. And when it comes to the 2 times, I mean, 2 times are always good for a new player to pull on as well. Better rates, whatever. Or if you have legendary summoning crystals, you can pull on those. But again, I still think this is a trap too, because hopefully next week there will be a 10 times banner, and that 10 times banner being Silas and Vierna. If that's the case, like we're kind of expecting. I don't know if it's been 100% confirmed by the people that should be, that are data mining or whatever they want to call it. I don't know if that's been 100% confirmed that that is a banner for next week, the 16th. But if it is, you might want to pull your Divine Summons on that banner instead of a 2 times, honestly, because chances to get Silas are getting smaller and smaller. They have rigged the rates. We know that they've reduced the rates. It's been very publicly discussed, and it sucks. Silas is becoming more and more rare. And I'm sure Vierna will go with him, but either way, it's going to be a chance to get them. So you probably shouldn't even pull your Divines this week. You just shouldn't. That's kind of my thoughts on this whole thing. I think, like I said right from the beginning, it's mostly a trap. Most people should not pull this week. Yeah, and I kind of wanted to explain a little bit why and talk through some scenarios. So I hope that conversation was a little bit helpful. But the reality is, we know there's going to be interesting stuff for February 16th. We already know. It's very obvious. And I don't think most people should miss that. And you'll probably regret it if you do. And if anything, you're like, oh, I just want to get 1 copy. No, you should probably try to get multiple copies, because Arrogance is good but not amazing for Guild Boss without his awakenings. Although the bond pair definitely helps. So that could kind of change that conversation if you also are getting Lust. But you want Arrogance dupes. You want at least an Awaken 3 Arrogance for that extra damage. You want a dupe of Lust at least as well. I mean, she's exclusive. If you can keep pulling on the banner and get dupes, that's even better. And I want to try to do that in the future for any really good exclusive heroes. Not just pull for the one copy, because then you have no way to upgrade them, except for very, very valuable Awakening, Soul Stones. Legendary Hero Soul Stones. I don't want to have to use those on an exclusive if I have the opportunity to get dupes at a better rate. You know, I want to keep pulling, so. Save your shards for next week, guys. I'm not going to do a Friday summoning party. I just want to be clear, I am not this week again. And that's because I actually had to reschedule a sponsored stream for the other game I play. That was supposed to be yesterday. I was supposed to do a sponsor stream, but I was really, really sleepy, really struggling, which I'm sure I'm going to be today too, but I'm going to try. Sleep has been rough with the pregnancy and everything. I've been not sleeping well, and I just really needed to reschedule. So I rescheduled my other stream for Friday at my earlier time, so I technically could still stream, but I don't want to double live stream unless for some reason I change my mind, which if I do, I will announce it in my Discord, which is always linked in my video description. But all right, guys, final note I guess I should end with here is that the 8th is the last day of the special Coda top-up event. So if you haven't already topped up for the upcoming weeks, you can buy a bunch of W gold and spend it later, and you'll get those diamond bonuses. So the links are in the description of this video and all my recent videos. And there are links for the US, Canada, UK, Germany, and France. So if you are in any of those countries, go ahead, take advantage of it while you can. Get some bonus diamonds too, especially. It's more made for the little bit mid-tier, bigger spenders, but still smart. Free stuff is free stuff. Why not? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm not summoning this weekend, not touching anything personally. So there is my call.